What are the key elements of fiction writing? If you're eager to craft a compelling story, you need to understand the building blocks of fiction writing. Let's break down the essential elements that make a story come alive. First off, let's talk about characters. Characters are the heart of any story, and they can be people, animals, or even objects that make decisions and drive the plot forward. A well-written story typically has a main character or protagonist and often an antagonist who opposes them. You also have side characters, romantic interests, and many other roles. Each character should have a distinct appearance, personality, and motivation to make them feel real and engaging. Next, we have the plot. The plot is the sequence of events that make up the story. It's what happens to the characters and how they react to these events. A good plot needs conflict, which is what prevents the protagonist from achieving their goals. Conflict can be internal, like a character's own doubts, or external, such as a natural disaster or another character's actions. There are several types of conflict, including character versus self, and character versus nature. Setting is another crucial element. This is the time and place where the story takes place. The setting can influence the character's decisions and the overall mood of the story. For example, a gloomy castle can reflect a character's dour personality and create a specific atmosphere. The theme is the underlying message or idea of the story. It's what the story is really about, beyond the surface-level events. Themes can be about love, justice, or any other significant concept that the author wants to convey. Point of view is how the story is told. It's the perspective from which the reader experiences the events. This can be first person, where the narrator is a character in the story, or third person, where the narrator is outside the story. The choice of point of view can significantly affect how much information the reader gets and how they relate to the characters. Conflict and point of view lead us to the element of tone. Tone is the overall mood or attitude of the story. It's how the author feels about the subject matter and how they want the reader to feel. Tone can be funny, serious, or anything in between, and it's created through the words and style the author uses. Finally, style is the author's unique voice and way of writing. This includes the words they choose, the structure of their sentences, and any literary devices like metaphors or hyperbole. Style can make a story feel unique and engaging, and it's what sets one author apart from another. When writing a novel, it's also important to consider the opening pages. These need to hook the reader with conflict, intriguing characters, and strong momentum. Conflict doesn't have to be dramatic. It can be as simple as an internal decision the main character is making. Characters should be developed enough for the reader to connect with them, and the story should keep moving forward to keep the reader engaged. By combining these elements, characters, plot, setting, theme, point of view, conflict, tone, and style, you can create a story that captivates and engages your readers. Each element works together to build a narrative that is both meaningful and compelling.